You know what time it is? It's time for some Mac rumors. All right, so today's going to be a fun one. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about some rumors about Apple and the Mac. Maybe an iMac, maybe a MacBook Pro. Doesn't mean they're fact, just means that they're rumors and there's some big people talking about them, so we think they might be true. But let's get into it. Just sit back, have some fun. If you can subscribe to my channel, it's going to help me grow it. Let's get into these rumors. We're just going to go through them really quickly just to show you what they are. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm just curious if you guys have heard something different. All right, so the very first rumor is an iMac like I have behind me. They're going to be coming out soon, the new ones, and they're going to have some new chips. I'll get into that in a second. But they're going to have 5 or 6 different colors, and that's going to be really cool. 9 to 5 Mac, I'm going to put up an article here in a second, and we'll talk about it. But it's going to show you the different colors and everything else that these come in. And it's actually, I don't know if I'll get a different color, but there's a black one supposedly, and maybe a silver. So maybe it's space gray and only silver. We don't know yet. But if there's a black one, it might be really interesting or cool. I might pick one of those up. Anyways, let's look at this article and see what they're talking about. But this is the first rumor. The iMac's going to come in a rainbow of colors. All right, this article was on 9 to 5 Mac, but it's really Jon Prosser, which is Jonprosser. You can, go ahead and look him up on Google. He basically came out with this kind of rendering, but he's the one saying that it's going to come with these 5 different colors, maybe more. It does look like it. This looks black to me, but I think it is supposed to be space gray. So silver, space gray, green, blue, and pink. So the cool part is, I guess they're saying that it might mimic the iPad 4 Air. So if you go to Apple's website, this is the iPad right here, Air. And then, it's silver they have here, then they have the space gray, and if you rose gold, which I call pink, but then they have this green color, and it might just be, then they have the blue color, but it might just be, to make it a little bit easier since they already have that process down. So maybe that's why they're picking those colors, and then maybe not so much just to match them. In any case, it's kind of interesting, so I just wanted to go ahead and show people with the colors. All right, so the second rumor, and this is going to be covering the new iMacs coming out and the MacBook Pros, but they're going to be coming out with a new chip, and it's going to be the M1X. So before, there's the M1 chip, now it's the M1X chip. What's the difference? Well, we'll get into it. I'm going to show you a screenshot here, but realistically, it's a lot faster. What they're saying is it's going to be about double the speed, and it's also 12 cores now instead of 8 cores. So it's going to be about double the speed of the MX chip, the M1 chip. This is the M1X chip, the new one. So it's going to be about double. So in Geekbench, that puts it up around 15,000 there for a dual core. And that's only chips that are going to really be beating that are the 24 core and the 28 core chips from Intel on the Mac Pro. So that's a huge, if it's really that fast and it's going to be not that expensive, that's a huge thing coming out. 12 cores. I think the GPUs are going to be like 16 GPUs and up also on these chips because they're all integrated. So that's a huge thing too. Let me just show you a little bit about it, but at the end of the day, they're going to be super fast, and that's the rumor number 2. All right, so according to Computer World, you can see it right up here. I want to give credit to that. So they're saying up to 12 CPU cores. Right now, it's only 8 on the M1 chip. So the M1X chip is going to have up to 12, and then up to 16 GPU cores. You can see it right here. That's going to make it substantially faster. Now, CPU Monkey, they actually have a link to it. I don't know if this is real or not. This is where this comes out, but this is kind of where the benchmark is. If you look in here, they have the Apple M1X versus the Apple M1. And I'm not sure where they got this information from, but let's scroll all the way down here. The single cores are very similar, but the multi-core Cinebench R23, you can see here 14,450 versus the M1, which is only 7,760. So there's that big difference there, and that's a huge, massive difference. So in any case, if that's true, this is going to be one chip. All right, rumor number 3. The new MacBook Pros, I have one 13-inch over here, you can see it. But the new ones, they're going to be coming out, and they're going to have 3 new ports supposedly. And what are those ports? Well, one is going to be MagSafe, and I'm going to go ahead and show you something right here. So here is Mac Rumors. I want to give them credit. Let's just scroll down here. MagSafe charging port for iPhone appears in Apple patent. So it looks like there's a patent for it, and maybe bringing it back. They have you can see it here. It's got some reference drawings and stuff. Let's hope that they have this, just so that if you kick it or something and the whole thing's not going to come down and it's very easy to charge. Again, some people might be against it because they like the USB-C port, and they already have chargers. That's another thing. So you gotta, take it with a grain of salt. It may not be the best thing either. And then the other ports that they're actually saying that might come out on these systems, Could you believe it if they did? An SD card, which is going to be crazy if that actually does happen. Everyone's been asking about that for years now. Can you just put one SD card in there? And they haven't done it yet. So that would be one. And then an HDMI I heard as well. These are rumors again. We'll get into them in a second. I'm going to go ahead and just cut to an article. But basically, those are the ports. So HDMI, the SD card, and the MagSafe charging port that pulls open. And you know, what can you say? Then it's going to have up to 4 of the USB-C ports on there. So this is going to be really nice. And also the headphone jack and stuff. It's going to be a nice system, and with the ports and everything, they're going backwards. It's going to be a little bit thicker. That's a pretty nice system. Hopefully they'll do it. All right, so this article is again from 9to5Mac. Ports galore. You can see it right here. And 5 years later, Apple is expected to give ports that they've been asking for. The redesigned MacBook Pro is currently expected to have MagSafe charging, HDMI, and a built-in SD card reader right there. You can see it, so let's hope this is right. All right, the fourth rumor, and again, this is probably going to be pretty close to confirmed, is they're going to be going with, for the MacBook Pros behind me, they're going to be going not with a 13-inch like that, but they're going to be going with a 14-inch and probably the 16-inch. And it's going to be about the same size. The bezels are going to shrink on them. Everyone's been expecting that, but what they're thinking that they're actually going to be doing now is they're kind of positioning this, and they're going to be positioning these. The MacBook Air now is so good. I mean, it's just so close to the MacBook Pro that's really going to take the 13-inch spot, and it has the MX chip and everything like that, and eventually probably a faster chip. But the new MacBook Pros are going to be more for pros, so they're going to need to be a little bit bigger when you're looking at them for video editing and stuff like that. So that's the rumor for that one. It's going to definitely, not definitely, but possibly be 14 and 16-inch. It's going to be a little bit bigger. All right, so what do you think? Those are just 4 rumors coming out. Their event should be coming out. We're going to learn a little bit more in March, the end of March. And then maybe, I'm not sure these are going to be coming out, especially the iMacs right away. It might be a couple more months in the future. Same with the new MacBook Pros. But let me know what you think in the comments. What else have you heard? Put them in the comments. We'll make another video maybe. Just want to get people excited. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go out and buy one right away. This thing does just fine for me. But it's kind of fun to see that they're finally listening to people, adding different ports, getting the size bigger, doing different colors, not being so straight, just straight and narrow. So Apple hopefully can learn from this and just give more, more excitement that they're going to be bringing out new products and stuff instead of the same old for years. So anyways, let me know what you think. If you think any of this stuff is really wrong, let me know as well. Subscribe to my channel if you can. I make a few videos per week, and you know the drill. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.